All right, so we're going deep today into damaged souls.
Okay.
That phrase,
I
gotta admit, when I first saw it in the research you sent, I was like, oh, wow, that's heavy.
Heavy stuff.
But then the more I read, the more I was like, oh, this is real.
It is.
This is about human experience.
It really is.
You know what I mean?
I do.
What about you when you...
Yeah, well, I mean,
when you hear that.
It is a powerful term.
Yeah.
And it comes up more than you'd think.
Yeah.
You're talking about people with these deep emotional wounds from all kinds of things. Yeah. Trauma, abuse, neglect.
Yeah. And what I liked is that it wasn't just defining it.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, okay, how does it happen? How does it happen?
Yeah.
How does it affect people?
How does it, both the person
themselves, but also themselves and the people
around them. Yeah, it's a good point.
It's complicated.
Very much so.
No, I think it's important to say, like, we're not...
This isn't about labeling No, this is about...
This is about understanding.
A very complex human experience.
Okay. How does a soul become...
Yeah, how do you even...
damaged?
Right.
Like, what does that even...
What does that even mean?
Right. What do you think... Well, you think of the classic...
Like childhood abuse.
Childhood abuse.
Right.
Yeah.
But this goes beyond that.
It does.
It talks about, like...
witnessing violence?
Witnessing violence?
Yeah.
Being in...
toxic relationships?
Toxic relationships. Things that maybe aren't like...
Not the big...
Like the big capital T trauma?
Capital T trauma, no.
But still...
Leave a mark. Leave a mark.
Yeah, for sure.
And even on that toxic relationships thing... Like,
what's interesting is it's not always
romantic.
Romantic, no. Like family, friendships, work environments.
Oh my gosh.
Especially when you're young.
When you're young, right?
When you're still forming.
Yeah. We've all had
that boss, that friend that just makes you feel
awful.
Awful.
Yeah. And those things, they shape us.
They really do.
It's not just about feeling sad or angry.
Right.
This gets into how we develop emotionally.
Wow.
Our ability to trust other people, to form those bonds, to even regulate our own emotions. It gets woven into...
deep.
It really is. It's not just...
It's not just a surface wound.
No, it's fundamental.
That's how you see the world.
Exactly.
How you see yourself.
See yourself, how you do relationships.
Yeah, and it's not always obvious.
That's the thing.
You can't always tell by looking.
No.
It's not just someone being sad or withdrawn all the time.
Right.
This can affect how they feel about themselves.
Self-esteem.
Their self-esteem.
Yeah.
Even how they see the world.
Right. Like,
is it a good place?
Is it a safe place?
A safe place.
Or is it
hostile?
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, and this is where it connects to...
Oh, yeah, this is where...
mental health comes in. Depression, anxiety, PTSD.
Oh, yeah.
Things that I'm sure a lot of people listening, a lot of our listeners...
Can relate to.
Can relate to, yeah.
And this is...
And here's where it gets interesting.
What?
The research also talks about some unexpected consequences of this kind of damage.
Okay.
Sometimes going through these really tough things can actually lead to incredible resilience.
Whoa.
And empathy.
Okay, hold on.
It's like
paradox.
It is a paradox.
Right. Like pain can make you stronger.
It can. Yeah. In some ways.
Yeah. Makes you think, right?
Yeah. I'm processing that.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense.
It does.
If you've been through...
If you've been there.
Something really hard.
Yeah.
You might get.
You might have a deeper understanding of what other people are going through. Yeah. You know?
A deeper well of
empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And this is where the research gets into how people react to people with these damaged souls.
Okay.
And it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Some people are drawn to them.
Okay.
And some are repelled.
Yeah. Why is that?
What do you think? Why?
I don't know. I mean, I think some people are drawn to vulnerability. Like they see the pain and they're like, I want to help. I want to connect.
Yeah.
Like they see a kindred spirit, you know?
Someone who understands.
Someone who gets it.
Gets it.
Yeah.
That shared experience.
Yeah.
Creates this kinship.
Yeah.
But then
there's the other side.
There's the other side.
Where it's like, whoa!
Too much.
Too intense.
Too intense.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
On top of my own stuff.
It's like that self-preservation.
Self-preservation kicks in.
Yeah.
And that's valid.
Yeah.
You know, there's no right or wrong.
Right or wrong.
It depends on you. I mean, you're a person, you.
Experience.
Exactly. Yeah. What stands out to you?
I think what I like.
Yeah.
That there's no judgment here.
Yeah.
It's not about...
Not about labels.
Yeah, damaged or healthy.
Right.
It's just...
We're all on a spectrum.
And we all have our
stories.
Our struggles. And how we react to other people's pain.
Yeah.
Is part of our own journey.
It is. That's powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
So it reminds us to be...
compassionate,
understanding for ourselves and for others.
For ourselves and for others.
Yeah.
And
speaking of relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Relationships.
The research goes into how...
Oh, the closest ones?
The close ones.
The closest ones.
They can hurt the most.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever felt that?
Oh, my gosh.
Who hasn't?
Yeah,
like
that's universal.
Yeah.
It's like that betrayal or disappointment.
Yeah.
From someone you love because you've let them in.
Yeah.
You've made yourself vulnerable.
Yeah. Why is that, though? Why do those people...
Why do the people closest to us have that power
over us,
especially for someone who's already carrying those wounds because their actions and their words they just carry more weight.
Their opinion matters more. Their approval means more. So when they hurt you, it triggers everything.
Oh, it's like all those old wounds.
The fear of abandonment, rejection, it all comes flooding back.
It's like their nervous system is
on high alert, always looking for danger.
Even if it's not
really there.
Yeah. So it's like they overreact, but it's not
because they're being dramatic. It's because
their past is
right there in the present.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're carrying all that baggage.
They are.
And it spills out.
It spills out.
Yeah.
Wow. So we got to remember.
We got to be mindful
of the impact
on others.
Yeah.
Especially those
closest to us.
Yeah.
And try to understand where they're coming from, what they might be carrying.
Yeah. It's like we've been talking about.
We have.
The person who's hurt.
Right.
But the research also talks about.
It does who do the hurt.
Yeah. The hurters.
Which I thought was
a good point.
Really interesting.
It is.
Like, why do people...
Yeah, why do people hurt other people? Right.
And there's
a whole list. Power trips. Insecurity.
Lack of
empathy.
Wow.
All sorts of things.
But the one that really got me was...
Which one?
The unresolved trauma piece.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
the people hurting us are hurting too? Is it a cycle?
A cycle of hurt.
Almost. Yeah. One person's pain gets inflicted on another.
Right, and
it keeps going.
Yeah. So are the hurters.
Yeah, that's the question.
Also damaged souls.
Right. Are they in their own way?
In their own way.
Wow.
It's complicated.
It is complicated.
Human behavior.
Yeah. Not simple.
Not simple at all.
What do you think?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's this whole damaged souls thing. I'm seeing it differently now.
In a new light.
It's not about pointing fingers or blaming.
No, it's not about blame.
It's about recognizing.
It's about recognizing.
We're all
capable
of hurting.
And being hurt.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I think that understanding is the first step
to healing.
To better relationships. Yeah.
You know what really stuck out to me, though?
What's that?
In the research? Was the refusing to apologize thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like when someone hurts you.
Right.
And then they just won't
acknowledge it.
It's
brutal.
A double whammy.
It is a double whammy.
It is.
Have you ever experienced that? Absolutely.
Adding insult to injury.
It's invalidating.
It is.
Like my feelings don't matter.
Yeah.
It hurts.
It's like it didn't happen.
Didn't even happen.
Right.
Just get over it.
Move on.
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes it so much harder.
It does.
To heal.
To
move on.
It prevents closure.
It does, and it prolongs the pain.
Yeah. Man, we've covered
a lot of ground.
Yeah.
It's heavy stuff,
but also really insightful.
It is.
I feel like we're starting to get...
We're getting...
this whole concept, souls.
Yeah, the depths of it.
Yeah.
We're starting to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This deep dive has definitely challenged some assumptions.
For sure.
And thinking about things
in new ways.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where this conversation goes.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it really is a journey.
It is.
This whole exploring damaged souls.
And it makes you think okay, so is healing even possible?
Right. Can these wounds
truly heal?
Truly heal.
It's the big question.
Yeah. And I don't think the research had any
No easy answers.
Easy answers, but it did talk about...
It talked about the importance of creating space for healing, both internally and externally.
Okay, so
internally, therapy.
Therapy.
Right, having that safe space to process those traumas, to learn healthier ways of coping.
So it's like you need someone.
You need someone
to
help you make sense of it all.
Yeah.
Those feelings that are just buried deep down.
Yeah. And to like guide you towards...
to a healthier way of relating to yourself and to the world.
To the world, yeah.
Therapy can give you the tools.
The strategies for managing those tough emotions. Rebuilding your self-esteem. Learning to trust again.
It sounds like...
It's work.
Hard work.
It's not a quick fix.
No.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Commitment.
Yeah. But it's not just professional help.
No, it's not just therapy.
Right.
It's
more than that.
It's a more holistic approach.
Okay.
Things like self-care.
Self-care.
Exercise. Mindfulness.
Okay.
Spending time in nature, creative expression, all those things that nourish your mind, body, and spirit.
So it's like finding what works for you.
Exactly.
What makes you feel...
grounded.
Grounded.
Connected.
Whole.
Whether it's yoga.
Painting.
Or just...
walk.
Taking a walk.
Yeah.
The key is to make it a habit.
A regular thing.
Yeah. A part of your routine.
Yeah.
Healing is about tending to yourself. On all those levels.
For levels.
Physically. Yeah. Emotionally. Yeah. Spiritually.
Yeah.
Creating that sense of balance. Yeah. And well-being.
And the research also talks about healthy relationships.
Yes.
Like, as much as they can hurt us.
Right.
They
be our biggest source of support.
Their biggest source of support. Healing. It's like you need to...
surround yourself.
Surround yourself with...
the right people.
The right people.
People who lift you up.
Yeah.
Who see your worth.
Yeah.
Who encourage you to grow.
Yeah, who make you feel safe.
Safe. Loved.
Well,
seen a chosen family, almost.
A chosen family, yeah.
A network of support.
To help you through
those tough times.
The tough times.
And celebrate the good ones.
The good ones.
This might sound a little woo-woo.
Okay.
But the research also talks about forgiveness as a key to healing.
That's hard.
It is. Especially when you've been hurt.
Deeply.
Yeah. But it's not about condoning what happened or forgetting.
Yeah.
It's about letting go of that grip that the hurt has on you.
So it's like choosing to move forward.
Exactly.
Instead of staying stuck.
Breaking free from the past.
Yeah, because I can see how holding on to that anger, the resentment would just...
keep you trapped.
Keep you trapped in that cycle.
In that cycle of pain.
Yeah, but letting go.
Letting go.
Even if it's little by little.
Yeah, a little at a time.
Could be.
Could be so freeing.
So freeing.
And the research talks about forgiveness.
Okay.
On two levels. Forgiving others.
Right.
And forgiving yourself.
Forgiving yourself. What does that even...
what does that look like?
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that we're human.
Okay.
We make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
We all mess up.
Yeah.
And sometimes we hurt people.
Yeah.
Even if we don't mean to.
Right.
And holding on to that guilt.
Yeah.
And that shame can be just as damaging.
As holding on to the resentment.
Exactly.
Towards someone else.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's about acknowledging.
Yeah.
Those past mistakes.
Learning from them.
Learning, extending compassion.
To yourself.
To yourself.
You know, it's funny, as we're talking about this, I'm thinking back to that point about
the hurters.
Yeah, the hurters. Maybe being damaged souls, too.
Right.
Like, if healing is possible.
If one side can heal, can the other...
can the other side heal, too?
That's a big question.
It is.
And I think it speaks to how connected we all are. We're all capable of hurting and being hurt. And we all have the potential
for healing.
For healing and growth.
It's like if we want a world where damaged souls can heal.
We have to create a world.
Where
the hurters can heal too.
It's about addressing like the root
causes
of pain. And the suffering.
Yeah, creating a society.
That fostering.
Empathy, compassion.
Understanding.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a group effort.
It is.
And it starts with each of us.
How
we treat ourselves.
Yeah.
How we treat others.
If we respond to the
hurt.
To the pain.
Yeah. Recognizing that everyone's fighting their own battles.
Yeah.
Carrying their own burdens.
It's choosing to see the humanity in everyone.
Even those
who've hurt us.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
That's a powerful truth.
It is.
It's a good reminder that we all have a role to play in creating a more compassionate world.
Okay, so what does all this mean for, like,
right,
the person listening right now?
Yeah, what's the takeaway?
What's the takeaway?
I think the biggest takeaway is understanding damaged souls. It's not about labels or judgment.
It's about recognizing
the impact that hurt can have on a person, on their relationships, on how they see the world.
It's recognizing
that
healing
is possible. But it's a journey.
It is a journey.
Not a destination.
It takes time. Effort.
Support.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
And it's about
choosing compassion.
Choosing compassion?
For ourselves and for others.
Because ultimately,
we're all in this together.
We are all in this together.
We are.
This has been such a powerful deep dive.
It's been a good one.
I feel like we've covered
so much.
So much.
But there's still so much more.
There's always more to explore.
Always more.
One thing I keep thinking about from all this research is how even little things can really hurt when someone's already got all that baggage.
They're carrying so much.
It's like those wounds. Never fully close.
It's like a raw nerve.
Oh.
The research uses that analogy. You touch a raw nerve. Even a little touch sends that jolt of pain. And it's the same for someone with these deep emotional wounds.
So like something small to me could be huge to them.
Exactly.
Like in the research where someone
overreacts to a tiny criticism or a little disagreement.
To everyone else. It's like,
it's no big deal.
No big deal.
But for them,
it's
bringing up all that old stuff.
It's not just that one thing.
No, it's everything.
It's like their system is
on high alert, looking for danger.
Even when there isn't any.
Right, even when it's not a real threat.
Exactly. This is where empathy is so important.
Try to understand. What's beneath the surface.
Right, what's driving that reaction.
What's their story.
What are their triggers. Their coping mechanisms.
Yeah, we all have them.
See the person. Not just the reaction. Which is hard, I admit. It has been there, judging someone. Like, why are they making this
such a big deal? Right. Now
you're seeing it differently.
After this research, I'm like, there's always more to the story.
Oh,
you got to be more
compassionate. Give people the benefit of the doubt.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. It's a journey for all of us.
It is learning to respond with empathy, not judgment.
And that starts with
awareness that we're all human. We all make mistakes.
We'll all get hurt.
We all need grace from others and from ourselves.
And that brings us to
responsibility. It's not just about
the damage.
We're the hurters.
It's about all of us.
It is. How we treat each other.
How we create a space.
A world.
Where healing can happen.
This deep dive's really shown.
How connected it all is.
It's
like a ripple effect. One person's pain ripples out.
It affects everyone.
But the good news is...
What's that?
Healing and kindness.
Okay.
They ripple out too.
So even small things.
Those little acts of kindness.
Compassion.
They matter. They create a ripple.
Wow.
Of positivity.
That's powerful.
It is.
Knowing that we can
make a difference.
Make a difference, even a little one.
Even a small one.
So as we wrap up this whole deep dive
on damaged souls,
I'm feeling hopeful. Like healing is possible for individuals. And for all of us.
For society.
It starts with seeing each other.
With compassion.
Understanding,
remembering we're all human.
This has been such a thought-provoking conversation.
I've enjoyed it.
Thank you for your insights.
Of course.
Your expertise.
My pleasure.
I've learned a lot.
Me too.
And I hope our listeners have too.
I hope so.
And to you listening. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for being here.
On this deep dive.
On this journey.
We hope it's made you think. Made you curious.
Sparked some reflection.
As you go about your day. Remember what we talked about?
How complex we are.
The power of empathy.
And that healing
is possible. It is.
And that you can make a difference.
You can
take care of yourselves.
And each other.
Until next time.
This is DigitView.